Alright guys, so I would normally not do this right now. If I can put the information in the video, like right in here anywhere, in this vicinity, I will, or in this vicinity. Hold on, everything is backwards to me right now. I will. But since I'm having computer problems, just in case I can't fit anything in those areas, then I will do this. And if you want to email me and be a part of the group or have any ideas for the group or just to be a fan or anything, then sign up with your email. It's at gmail.com. But hopefully I could edit the video and put it in there too. That way it's constantly up there. But kyngsolo, from Kentucky. In Colorado though. People are probably hitting me up asking me questions. So I'm about to find out momentarily. I have people ask me questions about what do you want to know about me as an artist or the company or dealing with music period. And I'm going to answer, these little, like 8 questions or so, 6 questions, something like that. These questions right here. So, I want to go ahead and answer them. I try to put a video out every Monday or at least every other Monday on YouTube. And if you search what was on the paper, lortrishaproductions, and then kyngsolo, you guys will be able to find the video. And hopefully I can put the link on here too. I'm going to try. So yeah, let's get started with the first question. The question was, how do I know how to do, basically like fit the lyrics to the beat or know what to write to the beat and mix it down type thing? So what I do, I personally don't make beats. People on my team make my beats. I do free downloads from soundclick.com, and I go to YouTube and convert it MP3 file and do free download too. It depends on if I want to sell the song or not, which we can get into that later if you guys ask me the question. But so far, usually for the moment, most of my beats are coming, when I sell the album, that's when my company is making the beats. But shout out to Genuine Music, or you could say Genuine Beats, but mainly Genuine Music. He's also on my friends list on Facebook. He makes all my beats for the moment. And so what I do is go into my software, my recording software, and I drag and drop the beat into the software because I don't make them. And when I hear a beat, it's like it talks to me. So I just go from what I hear, or if I'm hyper and the beat is hype, then whatever is making me hyper or however I feel is basically, it just comes to me and I write it down. Now, when I record, basically, if a beat's like dun 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 dun, like that right there is 1 bar. So every time you hear that dun 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 dun, 1 dun 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 dun, 2 dun 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 dun, 3. You guys get the idea. Anyways, so certain words with your lyrics and the way you're rapping will drop to every time the beat drops, like every bar. It's got a bar. Dun 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 dun, 1 bar. Dun 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 dun, 2 bars. Type of thing. So it should all fit. Basically, the way you know that your lyrics are going right on the beat is just like listen to a real song and listen to what word drops on what beat and how they perform what they say, and kind of compare that into what you're doing, and you'll be able to obviously be like, oh, that goes with the beat, it's smooth, it runs with it. But you don't want to sound exactly like the beat does at all times. You kind of want to switch it up. So if the beat does this, your lyrics might, and then do that type of thing, which I could actually do a demonstration video. There are videos up if you look up lortrishaproductions and then put in kyngsolo on YouTube. There are a lot of videos that shows me recording. It shows my software and things of that sort. Sometimes some of the stuff is, I wouldn't prefer you to go to this page, but Trey's Reality, Treys Reality on YouTube. I have old videos back in the day, way back in the day, about, you know, me recording in the booth too. Now, second question, moving on. Let me make sure there's no more new questions coming up. I'm gonna try to make this as fast as possible. I'm already 5 minutes in it. Alright, sorry guys. So the second question is it hard to find gigs or studio time? Honestly for me, regardless where I'm at, no, it's not, especially not here in Colorado. I know a lot of the club owners. I'd say, if just example, if there were 10 clubs, I probably at least know 6 of the owners. I should have a gig, probably the end of January. I could have it sooner. Like, there's always open mic gigs, there's always openings for famous artists and things like that, and I have hookups and people's phone numbers to be able to do that. So yeah, it's pretty easy for most people. All you have to do is, like on Reverb Nation, I'm on there too, so you could look up kyngsolo, Thug Baby 187 all together, and it's KYNGSOLO, as you guys seen on the paper, and you could go to Reverb Nation and type that in, and you can go and find gigs. Like, it'll show you opportunities and gigs and things like that. Also, if you don't know, studio time, that's easy. I do know 2 or 3 people that have their own studios, maybe like 5. But as you see, all the styrofoam and stuff in the back wall back there, I have my own studio in my house, my apartment. So all this foam that you see on the walls and things of that nature, that's all because I'm in the studio right now. It's just the booth is right there. But yeah, so that's real easy for me. Next question is, what started me to like the music business and things of that sort? And then, what inspired me to do it? That's like 2 questions in one. So basically, I've loved music forever. My sister, who also helps me manage and things like that, Paula Goldsberry on Facebook. You can also contact her for information, details, how to be a part of the group. You can also contact Genuine too. But what started me to like it is, I grew up in Grayson County, Kentucky. Small town, redneckville, like not much rap and all this stuff. So I wasn't really into like the country music scene. I mean, I do a lot of different genres when I do music. That could be another question. But my sister, she's the one that actually got me started on hip hop, like real deep. Like, it made me get into it, and eventually I was just like, why not make my own songs? Yeah. And then I was like, oh, I don't know about that, you know, and I started writing, and then I had a real major anger issue, like a big anger problem. So instead of me getting in trouble like I used to do, I would just write down how I felt. And I'm like, hey, somebody else might feel this way, because some of my friends were like that too. So then I just really started writing and started getting into music like that. And I loved hip hop, and I couldn't stop if I wanted to. Like, it was inside of me and it just came out. I'm like, yes, now I know what I've been missing. So that's been forever, since I was 9. I'm 27. Next question would be, how old was I when I started recording? That's the first question. Alright, actual recording, as far as me going to a studio, because I didn't always have my own studio. Me going to a studio is what made me want to build my own studio, because 1, it was cheaper. 1, I love to do it way too much. If I had to pay for studio time, which in Colorado Springs, it's like $45 an hour just to go to the studio. And every day I spend like 5 hours or more in the studio. 5 times 45. Do the math. And that's every day, if not more. So I was like, forget that. And I just do it so much, so I started building my own studio in my house. And So that's, but as far as going to the studio, I was about, let's see, I'm 27. I got here in Colorado. Let's see. I would do dumb recordings on tape cassettes. Half of y'all probably don't know what that is. You know, just freestyling stuff. But real recording, it was probably the end of 2010 or 2010, somewhere in that area. That's when I started going to studios and record. And then by the time 2011 hit, I was already trying to build my own studio piece by piece. And, yeah, started recording. And that's when I started doing my own stuff. I started learning to do that stuff through Prince Divine, which you guys can look her up too. Or Civ B. So I'd say 2010, 2011 is when I actually started like really recording a lot. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I'm already gonna make it in 5 years, I hope. And they say, in my terms, what a man thinketh, so is he, and that goes for a person. So what a person thinketh, so is that person. Whatever I put in my head, and I actually believe it 105,000%, it's gonna happen. The only reason I haven't so far, and I've had plenty of opportunities, is because I was focused on putting my team on and putting other people on, and apparently certain people's dedication wasn't there, or they would quit on themselves and things like that. So that put me behind. So I'm still working with my team, but I'm focusing on myself too. And if I keep the drive and the focus and motivation that I have, I'll be somewhere hopefully before 5 years. Way before 5 years. How do I choose my artists for the team is the next question. That's a good question too. All of you guys have good questions, but hold on, trying to check and see if I have. Alright, so the way I choose people for the team is I need particular artists for particular things. So example, if I need a female rapper who can also sing, and a female, rapper who can sing comes to me and they're willing to learn and they already have potential, then they will be on the team. But I'm about to crack down on it even more to where I'm going to pick the most talented artists that I see out there, and I analyze at least over 15 artists a day, and I usually interview them, and then I'll send the interview to my team members, my managers, which is Paula Goldsberry and Genuine. I get with them and we give them time, everybody time to analyze. They come to me with their input, and then I go from there with their input and what I see and take in consideration. And sometimes, depending on the artist, I give them a month time frame, or we do actually, to see if they're dedicated enough to be a part of the team. And that's usually how I do that. You have to be on point and dedicated. And if somebody's not on point to where I don't want them to be on point, if they have that dedication, they'll get where I need them to be. So that's how I do for the team. And I'm going to say, yeah, this is going to be the last question. So any other questions, I'll save them for next Monday. Somebody had asked, why haven't they got their song? One, I was working on it, and then what you wrote me in a message, well, I kind of can't find what you told me to write about. So it's got started. I still have it. It's just not done. So that'll answer it. And yeah, just gonna leave it at that. And how much have I grown in music? A lot. So I'm 27, so when I was a teenager, or 9, 10 years old or whatever, starting out, I got a lot to learn. So I'm just gonna basically base that off of back then. I wasn't the best, so I did get made fun of. I did get put down and laughed at. So that was only more motivation for me to strive harder to improve. And it worked. I didn't know it, but it worked because I don't like to quit, because music is my passion. So in order, to improve, I just practice makes perfect. And I'm not perfect. I'll never be perfect, but that's just the concept of it. And as far as recording, I've improved a lot, because I went from trying to write with simple words to my vocabulary is actually expanded. People will know who I am in plenty states and even overseas in different countries. I now own my own company. I'm recruiting artists. I now produce my own stuff. I have a good network. I have good connections and things of that sort. So I would back then rate myself maybe a 2, and me personally, I would say I'm like a 5, with 10 being the best, maybe a 5.5. But other people over the years that I've known that I don't know, and just everybody, most people rate me. This is crazy. It's insane. I'd say the top answers I get when I say, well, how well of an artist do you think I am? In overall artist, 1 to 10 being the best, I usually get 10 and 12. But me, I say 5.5, maybe a 6, maybe, So, but yeah, that's gonna be my last question. I hope you guys enjoyed the answers. Contact me, email me. Let's hope that's coming out right, yeah. And I'll put this up one more time. Sorry it has to be like this, guys. My computer is just stupid, like I said. So please go like the fan page. Please leave comments. If you don't like something, if you say I suck, whatever, fine. But tell me why. A person can't improve on certain things or certain knowledge or skills unless they're taught. So, or understand what is wrong. You can't fix the wrong unless you know what it is. So, good night. I gotta get back to work. Love you guys. Email me, go to the fan pages, go listen to the music. Also, you can find me on SoundCloud too, and you can put in kyngsolo, kyngsolo. And if you forget any of this, you can also go on the internet, put a hashtag, type in kyngsolo, and I'll pop up too. So, good night. Hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you next Monday. Please share this and hit like below the video, please, and comment. It'd be great. Thank you.